What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey, whose hair looks fantastic today, doesn't it, everybody?
It does, Ninja. Very, very good call. Ninja, I'm a little upset today, and I'm upset with myself. And it's because I never reported how spectacular Raisel Iglesias has been recently. He quietly recorded 38 straight outs, ended the streak last night by beaming this guy. But according to the internet, this is the longest streak in the last decade and the second longest potentially ever. The internet's all over the place with this one. But regardless, Iglesias might be the most underrated player in the league, Ninja. You watch him a lot. Is this true?
He definitely might be. I mean, I don't know why that is. Like, he has some style. I love his, after he punches out the last hitter of the game, the way he points to the sky and gets in that pose. So he's got style. He's kind of got everything. Dude throws 4+ pitches. I mean, hitters only hitting 115 off his fastball. That's how good he is. And no one's hitting over 156 against any of his pitches. His slider and changeup are filthy. He's got 34% whiff rate on his changeup and a 43% whiff rate on his slider. I don't know if that's it. Like, he's not flashy per se with his stuff. It just, everything works. And yeah, like, he threw 2 innings yesterday in a big game for the Braves. He had this fastball perfectly painted yesterday, that 97-mile-an-hour heat. And then, yeah, ended his streak of 38 consecutive hitters retired by hitting a hitter on a bunt, which he was trying to throw inside to get the bunt to pop up. Didn't work. Hit a batter. But still, now he's retired 40 of his last 41 hitters. I mean, absolutely ridiculous streak he's been on. The other thing is his overall stats this year, 1.39 ERA and a .60 whip. I was bragging the other day about Emmanuel Clase's whip, but Raisel Iglesias is lower than Clase. Give the man his props. I mean, he ended the streak, but we're going to give him a round of applause just for the effort. Dude hasn't given up a run since June 16th. And those aren't all 1-inning outings. There's some 2 innings in there. 22 consecutive appearances, scoreless. And I feel like nobody at all sings his praises. So, Will, let's sing his praises right now.
Raisel Iglesias is great.
The Braves started Chris Sale in this game, who had 4 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. And the Braves slipped by the Nationals 3-2. Honestly, this wasn't Chris Sale's best effort. He had these fastballs and wipeout slider, but part of the problem was this fly ball that dropped right by Soler because his hamstring's been bothering him and he really couldn't get there. He just kind of jogged to it. I don't blame him. Don't want to get hurt. But after the inning, went by and apologized to Chris Sale. A nice move. Chris Sale might have cut up his jersey otherwise. He faced Mackenzie Gore, who had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run, had this painted fastball and changeup. Now for the rest of my whip around the league, Bailey Falter had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs as the Pirates slashed the Reds 6-5. He had his fastballs and slider. He faced Buck Farmer, had 2 Ks in 2 scoreless innings, and had these sliders. The Yankees beat the Rockies 3-0. Carlos Rodon had 5 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up 4 hits. He had his changeup and sliders and picked up a sword. He faced Kyle Freeland, who had 3 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs and had these knuckle curves.
Ninja Judge pulled out the gavel again and spanked another one. 49 homers already, just breaking records all over the place. I think he's got 8 in his last 11 games, and he's maybe the best hitter anyone's ever seen right now.
It's fair. Other than Barry Bonds, he's the greatest hitter that anybody's ever seen right now. The Orioles flew past the Astros 7-5. Cade Povich had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs. He had the sweeper and changeup. Faced Hunter Brown, who had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 earned run. This 98-mile-an-hour heater and this mean knuckle curve. That thing's filthy. The Blue Jays soared past the Angels 5-4. Chris Bassett had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had his painted 2-seamer, painted curveball, cutter, and sweeper. And he faced Mr. Silent C himself, Jack Kohanowitz, who had 1 K in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, and this nasty sinker. Ryan Nelson had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs as the D-backs destroyed the Red Sox 12-2. He had his painted fastball and cutter. And remember, I consider Ryan Nelson a very underappreciated pitcher. He is going to be a stud maybe next year. He faced Brian Bayo, who had 2 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs. He had these fastballs and galloped off the field, pumped up, and had this changeup. But that excitement was a little short lived as he proceeded to not do so well
He blew
after
his
that.
load, Ninja. They
He did.
ended up getting rocked.
Yeah. If you're going to get that pumped up, got to keep that enthusiasm for the game.
You really do.
The Cubs beat the Marlins 6-3. Kyle Hendricks had no Ks, so we're not going to feature him unless Will wants to put up a smiling face picture of Kyle. He faced Max Meyer, who had 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 earned runs and had this fastball at the knees.
And Ninja, we had the electric dong of the year here from PCA, going around the bases in a hurry, just absolutely booking it on his horse. The slide into home, epic. He's jacked up. If your nickname is just triple initials, you're doing big things.
Nathan Eovaldi had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs as the Rangers beat the Guardians 5-3. Had these splitters, including this painted splitter. He faced the Australian beach babe, Tanner Bybee, who had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs and had this painted fastball, painted changeup, and slider for a sword. Aaron Savali had 3 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 3 runs as the Brewers dominated the A's 11-3. He had this slider and elevated paintish sweeper, really not a great pitch, and somehow called a strike. He faced JP Sears, who had 3 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs, and the sinker and changeup.
Shout out to this A's fan who caught 3 foul balls in the same game. You know, everyone says don't go to A's games. They stink. It's the worst stadium in the world. But go to the game, you'll catch a handful of baseballs.
Andre Palante had 5 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run as the Cards pecked the Twins 6-1. He had these knuckle curves and picked up a sword. He faced David Uncle Festa. Is that what we're going with? I think that's what we're going with. Who had 5 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs and had the slider and changeups. The Tigers bit the White Sox 5-2. Kader Montero had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs and had this fastball and slider. He faced Chris the Snake Flexen, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs and had the slider and changeups. Michael Laka had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. So the Royals beat the Phillies 7-4. He had this sinker and changeups and picked up a sword. He faced Ty Walker, who had this splitter for a sword. Bobby Miller went 6 innings with 9 Ks,
Nice.
giving up 3 runs as the Dodgers beat the Rays 7-3. Hit his fastball, slider, and changeups. He faced Tyler Alexander, who had 1 K in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this sweeper. And I have a feeling Will Leahey's going to say a little something about this game.
Well, Ninja, it gave us our dong of the day, and it came from our Lord and Savior, Shohei Ohtani, who had a walk-off grand slam, which will get you dong of the day 7 days a week. But he also joined a historic club, Ninja, on this dong, and he joined the 40-40 club. And I might need to remind you, Shohei's the same guy who is also an outstanding pitcher who has one of the best K/9 ratios of all time. He's also one of the greatest hitters we've seen and just one of the best base runners we've ever seen also. So I don't know what else to say about this guy, Ninja. What do you got?
He's also a very attractive man. Has a nice dog.
Nice dog and a nice dong, I'll tell you that much.
Picks up trash in a dugout.
Yeah, he's got it all, Ninja.
The Mariners sailed past the Giants 6-5. Luis Castillo went 6 innings with 9 Ks.
Nice.
But giving up a not-so-nice 5 runs. He had these fastballs, including this painted fastball and these sliders. He faced Mr. Tambourine Man, Hayden Birdsong, who had 5 Ks and 4 scoreless innings, giving up 1 hit, and had these wicked changeups. His changeup is pretty nasty. In the starting pitching outing of the day yesterday, Joe Musgrove had 9 Ks and 7 scoreless innings, giving up only 1 hit. He had this painted cutter, these filthy curveballs, but his sweeper was disgusting. I mean, look at these things. Gross. And he outdueled Paul Blackburn, who had 1 K in 2 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs on 10 hits, and had this slider. Now onto my filthiest relievers. Cue the saxophone. Alexis Diaz had these sliders and fastball. Aroldis Chapman had these heaters and splitter. Jake Cousins had a White Castle special. And I love this combo here where he throws a slider off the plate and then throws a sinker in that same tunnel that runs back to the plate, getting the backwards K. And you see here why you would take that sinker, because it looked just like that slider and you weren't going to get fooled. So you got fooled differently. Lucas Ursig had this game-ending slider, and I love the crowd here, getting everybody absolutely fired up, and then Ursig ends the game with that pitch. Andres Munoz K'd the side with sliders. Evan Phillips had this sweeper, and David Robertson had this nasty cutter. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, I'm going to give it to Raisel Iglesias for that painted 97-mile-an-hour heater and just going 2 innings, a clutch performance. At number 4, Ben Joyce and his 102-mile-an-hour flames. At number 3, Michael Kopech for this 100 and 101-mile-an-hour heat. Number 2, Joe Musgrove for his wicked sweepers. And at number 1, Ryan Walker for putting on an absolute slider show. Look at these things. He had 5 Ks in 2 innings of relief. Another very underrated reliever because his stuff is just absolutely gross. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. It's Leahey, the bat dog, making her major league debut. This happened in the 3rd inning, and I think she might be Irish and thought it was the 3rd inning.
Well done.
That's a terrible joke. My picks of the day today are 4-leg same game parlay plus. I'm going to start out with a same game parlay of Blake Snell for 8 Ks or more and George Kirby for 6 Ks or more. And then I'm going to take Michael King for 7 Ks or more and top it off with Shota Imanaga for 6 Ks or more. And then I'm going to add in my 25% profit boost for any same game parlay or same game parlay plus of 3 legs or more. What would your picks of the day be?